What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Brianna, and in today's video we are talking all things spring. Alright, you guys, so just to kind of get right into this video, as you can tell, I have like a different type of setup going on. I'm outside and I'm really trying to embrace the whole feel of all things spring. However, it is still like 40-50 degrees out here in New York, and your girl gotta dress for the weather. So essentially I'm just going to try to like give you guys some tips on things that I am planning to do and have done in the past to really just reset for the spring season. Now, as we are approaching the new season, I would like to mention that, you know, I know a lot of the times we all set New Year's goals, we set new, like, you know, intentions and things of that nature, but that does not have to start and stop in the beginning of the year. So we are, you know, springtime is a good time to also reset and start over, start again, and, you know, create new goals and things of that nature. The first thing that I wanted to kind of touch on is essentially just like resetting your body and like replenishing and nourishing your body. And I think that's a big one for me, because a lot of the time I feel like people kind of just set those intentions really just for the beginning of the year, and then by the middle of the year they kind of like fall off and like, you know, forget about it. And I am a strong believer. I don't believe too much in like diets and fad diets and things of that nature, but I am a strong believer in living a healthy lifestyle. And with that being said, I think that you can definitely, even in the middle of the year, start new. If you wanted to go and become vegan, if you wanted to go and be pescatarian, if you wanted to just try and be vegetarian, or if you just wanted to just do something where only on Mondays you have meatless Mondays, there's like so many different things that you can do to just incorporate a more healthy and holistic living. And like, so with that being said, another thing that I do want to touch on with that is eating the color of the rainbow. Like, there's so many fruits and veggies on the market nowadays that you can try. And another thing that I also want to mention is supplementing. So for me, I like to live in New York, and a lot of the times, you know, the sun may not be out throughout the whole entire year, of course. So I will have to supplement with like a vitamin D just to make sure I'm getting like in my, you know, my levels are like, my vitamin D are still like where they need to be. And like, you know, with all of that, if you need assistance with that, I know a few different, you know, health coaches and consultants and holistic nutritional coaches that you can reach out to. One in particular is my close friend. She is a holistic nutritional coach as well as a postpartum and prenatal fitness instructor. She does it all, so I definitely would recommend reaching out to her if you're looking to, like I said, reset or get things in order. And I'll link her stuff down below, and link a few other fitness instructors down below as well. So in regards to, like I said, taking the right supplements and things of that nature, like if you're not sure who to look to, reach out to a few of the people that I'm going to link down below. You are looking for like more of like a workout program type of thing, I'll link that information down below. I have a great workout program take part of. It's called Oenixa, and I'll link the information down below. And I also have worked with a really great friend of mine that's a fitness instructor. She does great HIIT workouts as well, so I'll link her information down below. So there's no excuse, people. There's a ton of resources, whether it be through YouTube or just like support people that you know, and support your local you know, gyms and like local instructors that you may know as well. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Another tip that kind of ties into this tip is exercise, move your body, get out and connect with nature. We're going to touch a little bit about that in later on in the video, but the main thing is like to just get like really connected, move your body, and just be free with it. Okay, so the next tip that I wanted to touch on is detoxing and decluttering. So they kind of tie hand in hand, and a lot of times when you hear detoxing, you think automatically just health, and I definitely do believe in doing your annual cleanses, which I usually do in like January, and you can also just do like a juice fast or water fast, you know, occasionally throughout the year. Like I said, I would definitely do your research according to your health needs. Maybe talk to your healthcare provider, maybe a herbalist specialist or a homeopathic doctor, someone that can like kind of suit you and like lead you in the right direction. Because I don't want to give you guys any like false information, but I definitely want to say that those things are still things you can do during the remainder of the year as well. But you want to also declutter and detox your mind, people. Like, I feel like spring is such a great time for you to just connect with yourself, tune in, go inward, do some introspection, find some self-awareness, and figure out the areas that you may have too much storage, as I would like to call it. Because listen, short story, I've had so much stuff going on to the point where I can't even think clearly. And I like to say that a lot, like if you are in like, you know, to God and things of that nature, or the divine as you want us to call it, how do you expect to hear from God if you got so much going on? So I am a firm believer in detoxing your mind. So when it comes down to like detoxing your mind, I can do a separate video on this if you would like. Definitely comment down below if you want to see that. However, when it comes down to that, it could be through journaling, it could be through meditating, it could be simply as being in the park, like I said, connecting to nature. One thing that I like to do is going to the park and just like taking a walk and just literally just letting my mind be free of like all the things that I have to do. Another thing you can do is just like write it all out. That kind of ties hand in hand with the journaling aspect of things. But if you are into routines and creating like, you know, lists like I am, that would be something that would really, really help you, because then you can kind of structure your day of like, okay, this is what I need to do and this is what I would like to get done. And then, like I said, I block those times out for you to have your busy time, and then you have times where you have to unwind, relaxing time. And honestly, the most simple way of doing like a detox, like mentally, and decluttering your life mentally, is to literally keep it simple, people. Like, I feel like a lot of the times, myself included, we tend to overcomplicate things, whether it be your career pathway, whether it be like, just different things you have going on. And if I can make my life as simple as possible, I'm going to do that. So if there's like a grocery delivery service where I can take advantage of like Amazon Fresh, which is what I usually do, I will do that instead of having to go to the grocery store, so that I can spend other time doing other things that I need to do. So what do they say? Work smarter, not harder, So like I said, keep it simple and live simply. Like, you don't have to have like, all the finest and like, fanciest things on the planet, but just find things that you can truly connect to and do the elimination method, meaning like I would take some time of no content, no music, what else? Like, I would just eliminate a lot of things that may be like causing extra noise, and reduce it, quiet the noise, and allow yourself to just kind of like I said, be free and be in the moment of what is. And when it, like I said, what that may look like may look so totally different for you. And I just think, like I said, keeping it as simple as possible may make this decluttering process as easy as possible. Now, I'm not saying go and be a minimalist or anything like that. And if that is what you decide to do, I promise you will see so much benefits from that. Because, like I said, I wouldn't call us minimalist. I feel like maybe we aim to be more essentialist and focus on what it is that is essential. Because it helps a lot, especially when it comes down to, like I said, reducing the noise. What you really want to do is just like to keep it as simple as possible. And when I'm doing like my noise cancellation method, I usually would like to, I mentioned this before in other videos, take some time to just eliminate music, remove like extra noise, no Netflix, TV, Hulu, all of that extra stuff. Because I don't usually do those things on a daily basis anyways, but it really does help when you just take time of like literally like weeks and like days of not doing. The next tip that I want to share with you guys is essentially doing some spring cleaning, which kind of ties hands in hand with decluttering and detoxing. So of course you want to detox your mind and your body, your soul, your spirit, all that good stuff, but you also want to hit them corners in the house. Okay, you want to spring clean, like do a deep like dive in your house. Maybe go section by section. If it takes you a couple of days to do so, if you have the time, I would definitely recommend doing that, because you feel like, for me, I find cleaning very therapeutic, and I also find that it allows me to, like say, go through the areas of the home that I may have missed throughout the weeks of like normal cleaning, and really like to get down to the nitty gritty of things. So usually what I like to do is hit different areas of the house, like day by day. I'll take a couple of days, maybe even like a week, and just go section by section. Definitely follow me on Instagram, because I will link a like cleaning guide reference for you guys on my in my bio on my Instagram, or I may even link it down below. So comment down below if you want like that cleaning guide. And essentially, like I said, I'll just go like day by day and hit all the areas in the home that I necessarily like need to hit. So what that may look like may look differently for each and every one of you. So what, you may want to start with, like, the kitchen, or you may want to start with the bathroom, or you may want to start with the pantry. If you have the means to remodel, go for that. If not, maybe you want to start on a smaller scale and just kind of like reset like your appliances, or like, replace certain things, like maybe replace certain, like, your plastic containers with some glass jars or things of that nature. There's so much like options out there for you guys to, like, have fun with, and like I said, make it fun and enjoyable process, because like I said, this is all about blooming into the next season. So just do things, whether you spend the day on Pinterest and just kind of get some inspiration, and just find ways, like I said, to make it an enjoyable process. So the next thing you can do is reset your wardrobe. So this kind of ties in hand with spring cleaning. What you can do is like go through your closet, see what sparks joy, and see what you can do to, like, either replace certain items, see what's dingy, see what can be, like, say, replaced, or even what can be saved. Go through your items. First things first, now that we're in spring, go ahead and put away all the, like, the winter items, and then take out your spring items. If you haven't already have that system in place, then maybe start that system where you get like some containers or bins and put all your winter items inside of those bins and store them somewhere until the winter time, and then take all your spring items and do the same thing when it's winter time. So that kind of helps you as well. And then what you can do, maybe for like 30 days, do the process of seeing what sparks joy, and see what essentially that you are still like liking to wear, what you don't wear at all. And if there's items as you're detoxing that you may find that you're not sure about, the maybes, put them in another bin, and like maybe put them like under your bed, or put them out of sight, and kind of see how long you can go without thinking about it. And if you go more than 30 days without wearing any of those things in that maybe container, then those items are not for you, and you need to let them go. Okay. So we're not going to go too deep into this with this video. I just wanted to mention that is something else you can do to reset. Create a new wardrobe, create a capsule wardrobe. I am a fashion consultant, so if you do need assistance with that, my information is going to be linked down below. You can also follow me on the Styling Chamber, at the Styling Chamber, or at Brittany I Do, for both like wellness and fashion, like insight and inspiration and things of that. So the next tip that I wanted to talk about is improving your sleep. So that's another really like important, like, healthy habit to me that is, like I said, very, very crucial and important, because a lot of times I feel like people they sleep on sleep, in the sense of the fact that there's a lot of times that people don't think that sleep is as important, because obviously we have our goals and we have things that need to get done naturally, but it is super important. It can lead to like brain fog, it can lead to adrenal fatigue, it can lead to a lot of different like internal health issues that or underlying health issues, I should say, where you may not even know the real cause of it, and it may start with just the fact that you're not either getting the right amount of sleep, or the right type of sleep. You're not getting the appropriate sleep that is necessary for you to wake up and be refreshed. So this video is not sponsored in any way, but I do want to shout out to Aura. Aura is like a ring. I'll insert a picture because obviously I'm outside and I don't have it here with me right now, but it is like a ring where you can track not only your sleep, but you can track your heart rate, like how you slept throughout the night. You can also track to see like your REM sleep, your deep sleep, and just a variety of different things with that just one ring, and it even will kind of predict your like your cycle for the next day, like you kind of will rate your performance for the next day. Like if you did not sleep that well the night before, it'll kind of tell you, hey, take it easy, take some rest, or you're good to go. And I do appreciate that a lot, because it kind of can help me like monitor what's going on and how I'm feeling when it comes down to that. I can take notes and add notes to it, like if things happen for the day, or just other things of that nature. Definitely comment down below if you want a full like review video on that, but I don't want to, like I said, talk about that, because I feel like sleep is another thing that you can like start as a new goal in improving for the new season. And like I said, as we are approaching, like as we're into spring and approaching our new seasons and things of that nature, I just want to, like I said, recommend that you guys definitely do not forget to take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, but go ahead and make sure you are sleeping well. All right, so the next thing that you may want to do to reset is essentially to reset your makeup and your skincare. And I think this is a really big one. Why? Because of the fact that a lot of the times, at least for me personally, I personally have a combination skin type where, like, in the winter time my skin is more drier, during the summertime my skin is more oily, so I kind of have to use different products based on the weather and, like, you know, the time frame anyways. So that helps me to, like, know, like, you know, like, say what essentially I need to do next. So now that we're approaching spring, now I can jumpstart my SPF, which I think you guys can do as well. What you can do is go to Ulta, you can go to Sephora, you find out your skin type if you don't know it already, and essentially you can kind of like base your products around that. And I think that will help you a lot, especially if you are getting more into skincare. Like I said, then it'll kind of help you based on the type of products that you need to use for that time frame. And so, like I say, in terms of resetting, I would say, like, for your skincare, I would say, you know, jump start into like the SPF. Beauty by Earth is a really good, like, non-toxic, I think it's also vegan, like, sunscreen, and I think it's also mineral based. And I know in our household we aim to use like the non-toxic mineral based sunscreen. So like for my baby we use Pipette, and a few other like natural products, you know, for our skin when it comes down to that. You can also check out EWG. EWG is the environmental working group, which essentially will kind of rate all your products, you know, from like 1 to like 10, and you kind of want to be on the closer to like the 1 side, like 1 to like 2 I think is like the good range of like how like non-toxic they are. And like I really like this site, because like I said, whether it be like rating your products and, you know, giving you product recommendations, things like that, it has a bunch of different guides. They also have an SPF, like a sunscreen guide, to know how to pick the right sunscreen based on just like different like criteria and things of that nature. It has like household cleaning guides and just like the work. So if you are like kind of like starting off, like, you know, getting into the realm of like all things like organic living or just like non-toxic living, that is like a great place to start, because of that information and just like the plethora of like knowledge that you can get just from that one site. So yeah, you can test out like different products. You can, like, you know, like say upgrade your makeup, and maybe you may want to use more of like a like during the springtime or during like the summertime, you may want to, especially if you have like a skin like a more oily skin like me, I tend to kind of aim to going towards like using like more matte based products. And then during the winter time I have like more like an oily base, like not oily base, but like, you know, like a more dewy type of makeup. So I think it just really depends on you. Obviously it's like, you know, up to you solely, but I feel like the first thing to do is going out and getting that skincare like kind of test done, to so know like what your skin type is, and then going right. So the last tip that I kind of want to throw in there is to connect with nature. So for me, I'm really big on gardening. I tried the traditional gardening last year, and I grew some cilantro and some basil, but this year I am planning to try it a little bit differently, so stay tuned for more of like a herb garden, or like a culinary garden, like, you know, update video. But I plan to use a hydroponic system to help with not only growing like my micro sprouts, but also like growing like the certain seeds that I can kind of grow now, like in early spring. But I wanted to mention gardening because I feel like it's also another very therapeutic process, if you don't mind getting your hands dirty, to where you can watch your, like, you know, your seedlings literally bloom and grow. And I think it teaches you patience. I think it's just one of those like just very mindful activities or practices to do, and it's just the fact that you can like naturally grow your own stuff. Like, who doesn't love that? Like, if you can buy, you're gonna go to the store and buy it, why not grow it yourself? That's my thought process on that. And so, like I said, I'm kind of still want to consider myself a newbie, so I'm still learning and growing, but definitely follow my Instagram for more updated, like, you know, like clips and videos on all of that. But yeah, like I said, connect with nature. I feel like that is the easiest way to like reset for springtime, because like I said, nature it's all about blooming, all about just growing and just, like, you know, finding internal peace. So whether that be taking a walk, whether that be, you know, just sitting outside like I am, whether if you have a front porch, maybe going to the front porch, if you have a balcony, going to the balcony, just getting a few minutes of sun and just being at peace, just being completely at peace, finding moments of just silence, finding moments of just practice mindfulness, and just like really just being in tune with what is. Alright, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you truly enjoyed this video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more content like this. And as always, I'll be sending you guys love and light, and I'll see you guys in the next video.